right, man, let's talk about Cade Cunningham. Apparently, Cade Cunningham has the second best odds on one of the sports books to be most improved player in 2022, 2023. Uh, Shooting 2023, 22, 24 season. Let's talk about it. You got Detroit Piston Talk playlist. Shout out to Benjamin Foe. He sent this to me about him having his odds and having these odds. Uh, Possibly being the most improved player in the NBA. So Detroit Pistons, Cade Cunningham, most improved player odds. It says, shout out to Aaron Keller Stress to do a good job. 2022-23 season ended. Well, we already know that. So the most improved award is really not appropriately named if it is given to a player returning from a serious injury, especially when the player is already very good. But if you take away the final game he played this past season, Cade Cunningham was averaging 21.3 points, 6.6 rebounds, 6.3 assists. Those are all-star numbers if Cunningham improves slightly on those. Piston fans are going to be dancing in the streets in the shooting percentage. Comeback player of the year is probably more appropriate, but non-Miniker aside, Cunningham is one of the front runners for MIP, most improved player according to FanDuel. Here's are the top five guys at the odds. Mikal Bridges, which he really was the shit last year, honestly, since he got to Brooklyn. Plus 650. Cade Cunningham plus 1,300. Maxey plus 1,400. Jordan Poole plus 1,500. Anthony Simons plus 1,600. So you want to know what that means. Every $100 you bet plus 100, you win 100. If those numbers, this is plus 100. If you bet $100 on, if you bet $100 on 650 on plus 650, so that means every $100, you win. Every 100 in that bet, you win. Every 100 you bet, you win 100. So you probably bring home what I would say 100 to get you about 625, $625. So every 100 you bet, every 100 you bet 100 on K being plus 1,300, you bring home $1,300. So 100, 13. 100, you bring home 650. Excuse me, I'm a little tired. But every 100 you bring home 650. Every 100 you bet 100, 200, 300, 400, whatever the maximum is. They do have a max on when you betting online too. And but I think if you go down to the cages, that maximum expands in person. So don't forget that as well too. That maximum expands in person. So yeah, every 100 you bet, that's what you win. 650, 1,300. Now if it's a negative 650, you got to bet 650 to win 100. Simple as that. Negatives, the number get you 100. That's what you got to bet that number to get 100. So you say, well, if Cade Cunningham was a negative 1,300, you got to bet 1,300 to win 100 in profit. Every 13 you win 100 if it's a negative. And the negatives do have their plus, especially when you parlaying. So yeah, I know a lot of people don't know how to bet. So I really pretty much had to teach myself and do betting for dummies to kind of understand the odds, but it's not difficult to understand at all. To be honest, it's not difficult to understand. You guys will get them. Trust and believe me, you will get them. It's not, it's not serious math. So yeah, that's what I will say. It's not the most serious math in the world. So, but yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, he coming off a major injury. Stafford won it. He's the last Detroit player I can remember winning it. I mean, obviously, Cade Cunningham needs to really shoot for just being healthy, improving his jump shot. I think that's kind of pretty much should be the aim for him. Yeah. But an all-star, people on all-star level, people saying the Pistons still don't have that superstar. And I know he hear that. He want to prove that he is that guy. And Ivy want to prove that he is that guy. And there's going to be some bumps in the road there too, because they got to learn to play with each other. They got to get a feel for each other. I'm pretty sure they got a social feel for each other. I'm pretty sure they got a social feel for each other, but now it's all about building that rapport on the floor. It's a little bit different than the social. If you can socially connect, you usually click on the floor though. To be honest, but yeah, man, we need him to make that jump and be. First of all, we need him to be healthy. Then if he can make that all-star type of jump, I mean, shit, it's a wrap. Then then we all should be doing pretty well and winning more games. We hope, but we all know it's probably still gonna take. We all know it's probably still gonna take another player to get them over the hump. And next year they have 60 million, and hopefully, at that point it'll be a more enticing place to come play at. So that's coming me really happy. You start winning, and guys want to be a part of that. People want to take pay cuts to play there. Everybody really only want to play in Miami, LA, and then Boston. Because they history or whatever. But um, once you start winning, you become a destination. People want to take pay cuts. People want to be a part of that. Kind of like women, If most of the men figure out, hey, let me work on myself. Let me, go to monk mode. Let me stack my paper. Let me figure this financial shit out. Let me work on myself where I gotta be where I need to be better at, and then get it together. Guess what? Women will flock to you then, because you got your finances in order. Even if you don't really necessarily show it, it's like a Bruce Leroy glow. I don't know if y'all seen Last Dragon. It's like a Bruce Leroy glow. Even you rob a little regular Hyundai, but women can smell money. Women can smell confidence. Women can smell competence. Women can smell a nigga who got his shit together or a man who got his stuff together. They can smell it. They can smell it. And once you get yourself together, it's pretty much a wrap. Then you're gonna be now, you got some guys who can finesse the game and finesse women, with their looks or their height or whatever, or quote unquote run game, even though running game don't exist. But I'll explain that later on. I'm gonna give y'all my new channel. I'm gonna be talking about stuff like that. That really don't exist. Either she like you or she don't like you. Now you can emotionally manipulate a woman to like you, but then I guess that's what you would call running game in a way. But nonetheless, man, we see what happened with Cade Cunningham, man. And, we need a big all-star type for him. Excuse me, and maybe even some others on this team going into next year. So for next year, so we need that. We need that jump from a lot of these guys. But if he can stay healthy, obviously he's flashed. I mean, his shooting was terrible last year. I think maybe that was because of the shin. Remember that shot they showed in practice? They got the screenshot with him, both his legs pointed, his feet pointed in together while he's shooting the jump shot. That was horrible, but really, in a way, it's a make or break year for him next year, dude. And I don't think enough people talking about that. It's a make or break year for him. But thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, the subscribe button, the bell icon button, hit all notifications, push your chance, get notifications. Live or drop a video for you if you want to support the channel. Cash App $sign TJ Good 313, Venmo TJ 313. PayPal link description. Appreciate the love and support. Check out Detroit Piston Talk playlist for more videos like this. Hit my link tree. You can find me on TikTok, Twitter, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, PayPal, the whole nine. Appreciate the love and support. Let me know what you girls and guys think in the comment section about Cade Cunningham's most approved odds. Peace.